Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Brittany, and this is Miss Penny Lou. And on this channel, we talk all about plants and Basset puppies. And today is going to be a care guide for your new Basset puppy. This one is now 7 months old, and we've had her for about 4 months. And I think we've just about figured out the ins and outs of everything there is to know about training your Basset. So, if you are thinking about getting a new Basset puppy or you recently got one, this is the video for you. So, stick around and let's talk Basset puppy training and care. Okay, so we did get Penny when she was 3 months old. And so just like a new puppy, didn't have any training, wasn't potty trained, wasn't crate trained. And so when we brought her home in March, our number one priority was potty training. And I did a lot of reading prior, and everyone said that they're really stubborn, really hard to potty train. You have to be very consistent. And so that is what we did. We would take her out on the leash for the first month, every 2 hours, every time she woke up from a nap or in the morning. And every time she started kind of sniffing around like she might need to go potty, we were outside in the Wyoming winter with a leash until she went potty. And then we were treating with treats the good behavior. These dogs, as you'll find, are very food motivated, so treating them is going to be highly enticing to them to do what you want them to do. The only concern with that is watching their weight. So getting little trainer treats, or depending on how old they are with their teeth, we would do like carrots. And she was actually really easy to train. We did have a couple accidents. We never punished her for those accidents, but like I said, every 2 hours, every time she woke up, you can kind of tell because they'll sniff the floor and then she would immediately have an accident. So we started learning those behaviors. If we were not with her, she was in the kennel, and she's never once had an accident in the kennel. So I will show videos, I will show pictures, but the next thing that we did was a game changer, and that was getting a bell on the door that she hits with her nose when she is ready to go outside or she's wanting to go outside and go potty. And since we've gotten that bell, every time she needs to go, she goes and rings it with her nose. And so if that's something that you're able to get, I really do suggest it. She took to that thing so easily. Now, I've seen people have kind of mixed reviews in terms of potty training Bassets. I think that kennel training her really did help us. And then just having the opportunity to be really consistent with her. We have a lot of people in our house, a lot of people that were willing to take her out. I was getting up at night with her, and I always tell my kids, we're gonna work really hard right at the beginning so we don't have to work hard for the rest of the time training this dog. So potty training, if you're consistent, I think it can be easy. It definitely just depends on the temperament of the dog. But Penny, now, the second thing that I want to talk about is sleep training. Right from the get-go, we trained her to sleep in her kennel. And she's not in the kennel often, but she does see it as her own little personal room, her space. She'll put herself into the kennel at this point, now that she's 7 months, if she is, overwhelmed or needs a nap or something scares her. So it is like her little safe space. She does still sleep in there at night, and we've had no issues. She goes down around 10 p.m., gets up around 6:30 to go potty, and really enjoys it. It's a large kennel, and we knew eventually she was going to get to the size currently that we could no longer lift her and put her in. So we, right off the bat, started training her to go into her kennel just by being asked. And again, that was with treat training. Go to bed, treat, and now she does that really easily, so we don't have to try and like hoist her into the kennel.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Good girl. Good girl, go to bed.
So in terms of sleep training, that worked really well. It's also a space for her, if she's like doing aggressive puppy things, to go and take a time out away from everyone. It's not used as punishment, but it is used as like quiet time, like time to get away, time to relax, time to like take a little nap. And I've noticed that she is like a toddler. If she gets overstimulated or overtired, that's when she'll start having like aggressive play or like snippy habits. So we'll just put her in her kennel, take a little rest. She doesn't cry. She doesn't like try and get out. So it's worked really well having done this from day one. If kenneling is not something that you're into, I completely understand. But if you're having some of these behaviors with pottying and with like not sleeping at night, overstimulation, it's something maybe to try. It doesn't feel like a cage like it looks like. Okay, number 3 thing I want to talk about, and probably the most surprising, biggest wake-up call for us, was grooming. We did not realize when we bought this girl that Basset hounds are like one of the top shedding dogs. And we got her right at the beginning, like right when it was gonna change weather into spring, and the shedding was unbelievable. Like, I'm pretty type A, super clean freak, and I was losing my mind. Like, I did not know what to do. So really keeping up with the grooming. Penny gets a bath with a de-shedding shampoo and conditioner once a week. And it was really tough at first. We have to be really consistent with her, so I'm the only one that bathes her. And we do the same process every time at the same time of day, and now she just stands and does really nice with it. But bath once a week. We try and brush her with, I'll show you the brush, it's like the rubber brushes. We try and brush her every day. Does it get done? No, but so brushing, and that at first was really tough. She was scared to death of the stupid brush.
All done. Are you mad? All done. Oh my goodness. You don't have to get brushed anymore. Really?
And now she does really well with it. The third thing is the nail cutting. Their nails get really long, and she has broken a nail. So either finding somebody that knows how to cut dog nails, I was terrified at first. I have a story of my mom cutting our little Yorkie's nails and accidentally getting too close, and she bled like crazy. And I told my mom, like, you ruined me, you traumatized me, I can't do it. But if you get a really good pair of clippers, they've got the guards, have somebody hold them. We do use baby food that you put in the freezer, and then you just hold that up and they lick the frozen baby food, and it distracts them if there's something they don't want to do, again with that food motivation. So I'll show you what that looks like as well. But the grooming, that's something that you have to keep up on if you don't want to absolutely lose your mind with the amount of hair that covers every surface of our home at this point. We have a white one, we have a dark couch. you just have to know ahead of time and be prepared for it, or if that's something that you can't handle, maybe consider getting a different dog. It's unavoidable. The fourth thing I think that I want to talk about is actual like training of behavior. So things like tricks, things that you want them to do. So Penny does have sit, wait, down, paw, roll over, go to bed, go to your spot, get on the blanket. These are some commands that she knows, and she had known all of these by about 5-6 months. So consistency again was key. So every day on my lunch break, I would come home, give her some attention, give her some snuggles, and then get the treats out. And I would just use like pieces of treats, and we would just do it over and over. And usually she would have a trick down in about 1 to 2 days. So the ones that were really important, like go to bed, get on the blanket, because I don't want her on my couch with all that hair, sit and wait. Those were the ones that I really focused on initially, because these are things that were going to make our life a little bit easier. So like, she's very aggressive when we get her dinner out, and she wants to like come and get it out of your hand, and she always headbutts the scoop and goes everywhere. So we tell her, go to your spot, sit and wait. So she goes over to the carpet on the other side of the room, sits down, waits while we dump the food, do what we need to do. And then when she's told that she can come get it, that's when she comes. And that has made our life so much easier. Things like, if somebody comes to the door, go to your spot, sit and wait, or sit, wait. So I would say the things that you know could be troublesome in the future, focus on those. I know like the cute ones like paw or high five or roll over are tempting because they're so stinking cute for a video, but really focus on the ones that are going to make your life easier at first. Consistency is key. Food motivation is key.
Paw. Good girl. Down. Roll over. Go to bed. Good girl.
Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about, and something that's I think really probably the most important, is understanding the health concerns that come with a Basset Hound. So there are issues like hip dysplasia, which is very uncomfortable for them. So something to note is trying to avoid stairs, trying to avoid a lot of climbing or jumping. And what does that look like in your house? Are they going to be staying downstairs but needing to come upstairs every time they go potty or go to eat their food? And what that looks like for your dog. So doing some research ahead of time in terms of like the health concerns. Another really big one with these is weight and obesity, and what that does for their bodies, their hips, their internal, like their organs. So we started taking Penny on walks the day that we got her, and she's gone on a walk pretty much every day. And most of the time it's us dragging her out the door. But I think it's really important, and she has stayed really fit since we started doing that. At first it was like 5-minute walks down the street and back, and now she'll go with my son on a 30-45 minute walk at night. And just socializing them, I think it's like number 6, but it's gonna go along with it. Socializing them, they are super social creatures. They're like herd dogs. They want to be with people. So getting them out to see humans and how you behave around humans, and then also dogs. This girl loves the dog park. She is immediate, like Miss Popular, wants to be besties with everybody. And then taking her out to go on walks, to go into Petco, to go into Home Depot, to go to the park, so that she can see how you behave. We're still kind of working. Okay, my storage ran out, so I had to fix that, but, oh, and I'm crooked too. There we go. Socialization. If you have a small place and you're going to be at work all day and you don't have other dogs and you can't come and visit, maybe look at other dogs that are a little bit more independent. These ones are not. And so being able to take the time to be with them or to send them to daycare so that they can socialize is really going to help with like their spirit, their exercise. So kind of keep that in mind if you're considering a Basset. How much time are you able and also willing to spend with them? If you have another dog or another Basset hound, like, your house is the place to be. Like, you should definitely consider getting this dog if everything else kind of meets your criteria. So this little girl has been such a blessing to us, and we are so happy and so lucky to have just like an easy, like social, sweet little girl. And I think that a lot of it has to do with her personality, and we got really lucky. But I do also want to give us a little bit of props for taking the time to put the work in to have a nice dog. So if you have any questions, or you have a Basset and you have something that you can add, please do down in the comments, because even on Facebook and different places, the Basset community is so super encouraging and helpful and supportive, and anytime you post a picture or say anything, they're like, oh my God, I love your dog. And I just think it's an awesome community. So share your input, share your questions, follow me on Instagram, and let's look at each other's puppies. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.